Hey guys, Steve Welch, Beaman Toyota, downtown Nashville again here. I wanted to show you something here that a couple people asked about. So this is a Sienna. This particular one's a limited. There's a couple different versions of this. But what I wanted to show you here is how to fold down the back seats, bring up the back seats, recline the back seats, and then also how you can remove the side or the center seats, the center row seats that are there. So now what I'm going to show you here is what Toyota's done is they've actually labeled everything. You got a 1, a 2. Always remember that. It kind of shows you here right as well. So to get the seats down, what you're going to do is you're going to pull this handle here. It'll drop your headrest, and then once you pull it, you pull this back. So now that you've pulled it back, I'm kind of holding it now because it wants to fold down. Once you pulled it back, you've set this down this way. All right. Once you give this little pull, it's going to go ahead and fall into the little hole here, and you can go ahead and cover up the gap with that. Then you see you do have a 60-40 split. So if you do this one, I'm going to kind of do the same thing. So the headrest pop down, come down, drops down, and push this over. So now you got your seats down. You have the ability to also remove the center seats. I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. But what I'm going to do is same thing with putting it up. Remember your number 1 here. You're going to take your number 1 and you're going to throw it up. So once you throw it up, it's just going to sit right there. The next thing that you'll do is you're going to grab your number 2 here and pull. So now once you pull, you're going to see that you can actually set this in several different positions, because this will actually recline, which I know it's kind of a little bit hard to see this way, but you can kind of see how I've unreclined it right here. So you can recline it, you can bring it back further. Should be a little easier to see. But then you pop up your back headrest, and it's there, and it's reclined. So you can set that however you want to, of course. And then your second seat, same thing. Throw it up, grab your thing, recline it as far as you want. Go ahead and put that up there. And then you got your hole down here where the seats normally go if you want to store them, to put additional things. Now, there is one, we'll call it exception to this on the Sienna. That exception is going to be the limited and not in all-wheel drive. So your limited front-wheel drive. What your limited front-wheel drive will have, and I don't have one that's right here right now, but up here on the top here, you'll have buttons to fold it and unfold it electronically. Now, the reason I think, and this makes sense, that they don't have it on the all-wheel drive is probably a weight issue, because you got a motor for the seats that's adding a little bit more weight. So they're probably trying to save some weight, either that or due to where the drive shaft is, maybe where the motor goes doesn't fit. I'm not sure of the exact reason for it, so I can't really talk to that intelligently, but I do know that on your limited in the front wheel drive, you'll have, or limited premium in the front wheel drive, you'll have a power fold seat in the back here. But this is a limited, this is the all-wheel drive, so it does not have that. So definitely make sure you notice that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around here to show you your side seats. Now this is your redwood interior, so it's a little bit different on some, but I know I've got the sun behind me here. So first off, what I want to show you is this right here. This button, if you lift this up, you can see this is your egress. So you can move in, move out. You can do all of that right there. And then lock it back, push your seat down, it'll lock. The second one right here is moving your track position. So that will move where the car, or where the seat sits for additional legroom. Sorry, I'm going to move my phone here a little bit. For additional legroom for either the front seat, the back seat, so whatever you got. So maybe you have a car seat here. You want to give the person in the back seat a little bit more room, you can do that. Put the car seat in the back, whatever you want to do, of course. Now, what you'll notice is this right here. This shows where you're going to line up your seat. Your seat is very easy to remove. There is a lever that is right here. So you can put your hand in here and pull this lever. They weigh about 30 pounds or so, so it's kind of hard to do it while I hold my phone. But when you pull that seat, you're going to actually be able to pull it completely out. You'll leave the little track that's on the bottom, of course, but you'll be able to pull it out. Once you go to put it back in, if you just try to set it there, it's going to be difficult to get it back. And it just is what it is. It's kind of hard if you don't know what you're looking for. If you look for this on the base track, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, just bear with me here for a second, folks. I'm going to pull this seat out because I want to show you this. So bear with the black screen for a second. All right. Now I've got the seat out. As you can see, it's sitting right here. I've set it off to the side. So if you look down, you'll see that there's a little track here, and you can, kind of see how everything hooks up. So wherever it's sitting, of course, and then there's your line. So, and you can see how the other one's sitting in there as well. So, and this one, by the way, is a 7-passenger as well. If you had an 8-passenger, you'd have a cup holder in the middle and a spare seat in the back. So, and so you can also see the back. I'll show you this right here. So now to get it back in line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of do this all hopefully in a little bit easier of a way. I'm just going to kind of throw this in here. Now a lot of times people will kind of put it in first, and you're not really lined up with anything, of course. But once you get it, and I've done this a few times, but it's still a little bit about, what do they call, hold your mouth right? So now you can see I'm looking right here. I can tell I'm a little bit forward of where I want to be. So now if I come back and I grab it again, now what I've done is I've got it on both sides, made sure it was straight. And if you look, I've lined it right back up. And then obviously your seat's down, it's not going anywhere. And then always check to make sure that you can pull the lever and move your seat back. If you can do the levers, then it's lined up on that base right, because there's little tabs in there that it has to touch in order for that base to move. So if you can do the levers, you lined it up right, and you've done this the right way. So definitely that's sorry, it's a little different way from what I wanted to do it. But I'll also show you here too, when you are inside the car, if you see these two little tabs right here, that is what, when you pull, drop my phone. When you pull, you can fold it in from back here, or you can change the recline that way. So if somebody is sitting in that seat and you pull that, you change your recline that way. So it won't come forward like that while somebody's sitting there, but you can just grab that and it'll change your recline. So, oh, and your center seat belt is up top. So that's pretty easy to pull that down. So let me see if there's something else I wanted to show you on the seats or not. Just kind of getting a little idea. I can go through a big, a little synopsis of it here, of course, but you can see how the back seats are different reclines. This one's all the way up for the maximum of not reclining. And then I believe this one, so that's your maximum recline. So you can see the difference in how far you can go, or pretty much anywhere in between that you can go. But it's just really easy just to bring the seat down, fold it down, and it's down. So you can do that. Pull both of the other seats out. You can see your child latch that's in there for the back of those seats as well. It's, and then you flip this down, of course. But it's a pretty cool little feature for the Sienna. They've done a really good job on making sure that it's very easy to do. And it's been this way for a while. So this works whether you have an older one, a newer one. A few of the changes that they've made don't really affect how this works. It's literally been this way for at least a couple generations, if not longer. So if you need to move your seats, like I said, just throw them up and pull your back up, and now you're ready for passengers instead of your cargo. So like I said, hopefully that helped you to be able to know how to work the Sienna. Once again, Steve Welch, Beeman Toyota. More than happy to answer any questions. Just put them in the comment section below. I'll definitely take care of you, and I try to respond to everybody, and I try to do it pretty quickly as well. So like I said, once again, just remember, on your very top level, you do have the ability to have the power fold seat. Every other level, the top level without all-wheel drive, like I said earlier. But on every other level of the Sienna, this is the way that it's done. So if you know how to do this, if you have an XLE, an LE, and L, as long as you're not dealing with the front wheel drive limited premium, it will be this way. So once again, Steve Welch, Beeman Toyota. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you guys soon.